Welcome to the Schaefer Full Life Center Gymnasium, live on the campus of Southwestern Assemblies of God University. It's time for some volleyball. The SAGU Lady Lions versus the Wiley College Wildcats. And hello again, welcome everybody. Rob Price here along with my broadcast partner today, Mark Ward, the Sports Information Director. Welcome to the broadcast table, my friend.
We're glad to be here, looking forward to it.
It's going to be a fun game, high-powered game. SAGU looking to break 6 out of 7 losses against the college Wildcats, so we'll see what we can do there. But first, let's check in with Bianca Alarcon, who's got head coach Hank Moore. Bianca.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with head coach for the Lady Lions volleyball team, Coach Hank Moore. Now, Coach, the last time we faced Wiley was in 2010. We pulled out the win in a 3-2 match. What kind of performance is it going to take tonight to beat Wiley College?
Wiley College is extremely tough offensively. They got some great big hitters. If you look at their girls, you'll see on their roster, most of them are foreign exchange students from Colombia, Brazil. They even have a little girl from Germany, but they're very aggressive offensively. So we're going to have to play our best defense of the year to beat a team like this.
How would that affect our standings in the Red River Athletic Conference if we could pull out the win tonight?
If we pull off a win against Wiley, there's a potential that we could be tied for as high as second place in the conference, but you have to beat them, and we'll have to get some help as well. Our Lady of the Lake is right there, and if we beat them and Our Lady wins out, they'll be ahead of us because they beat us. So third, fourth in the conference, and possibly second. Depends on what happens tonight elsewhere.
Well, thanks so much, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Robin, Tim, back to you.
Thank you, Bianca. Thank you, Coach Hank Moore. He is an outstanding coach. He's got these girls ready to play tonight, Mark.
You know what? He's been here now, I think, 11, 12 years. He's the dean of the Red River Conference coaches. This is not his first parade, his first rodeo. This team is going to give it a great effort tonight.
Absolutely. In a moment, we'll take a look at the game preview plus some key players after this quick commercial break. Stay tuned. SAGU.TV here at SAGU Sports Live. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Schaefer Full Life Center, where the players are going through final warm-ups in preparation for tonight's game. Let's talk playoffs first of all, Mark. This is a big game for SAGU. Basically, they win and they're in, right?
One win in the last 3 games of the regular season, and we're in. That sounds like it's a given, but tonight, if they could knock off the number 2 team in the conference, that would be a huge amount of momentum headed into postseason.
We come into the game 15-13, as you said, 5-3 overall, so we're sitting at about 6th place right now. On the other hand, the Wiley College Wildcats sitting at, I think, 8-1, and looking to clinch a first-round bye, in essence, with a win tonight. So a lot of at stake for both teams and both players. Some key players tonight, though, for the game. Who do you got for some key players?
Well, for the Wildcats, this team, by the way, is number 10 in the country in attacking. They're as good as about anybody else nationwide. They have a pair of seniors, the Salsa sisters from South America. Ingrid Mosquera, she's number 3 in the conference, hitting 286. And Magda Santos, a 5'11 senior from Brazil, she's hitting 278, the number 5 hitter in the league. They come at you full powered throughout the match. You've got to be ready on defense. This team can attack.
That's really this game. I was talking to Coach Hank Moore, and he said this, Rob, is against our defense versus their offense. You said number 10 in the nation at a 274 hitting percentage, and we are really good with the defensive digs. And Coach Hank Moore was saying, watch out for number 10 and number 13. I think those 2 of the internationals you mentioned, of which they have 7 players are from the other nations beside America. So big offensive juggernaut for Wiley College, good defense from SAGU. That'll be the battle. Whoever wins that edge should win tonight's match.
Right, they have 7 international players, 4 from Colombia, 1 from Brazil, 1 from Germany, and 1 from the coach's hometown, Kakamega, Kenya. That's head coach Nancy Sakobi. This team has a number of players. She meshes them very well together. It's her 4th year, and they have been a real tall order for Southwestern the last few years, but we did beat them the last time they came here.
Which was in 2010. We have lost 6 of 7, though, so some revenge factor in play tonight for the Lady Lions. Offensively for the Lions, your same regulars are going to show up tonight. You're going to have Cassie Cox in the front line at 247 hitting average, number 7 in the district. Jessica Sodich, offensive powerhouse at 218, number 10 in the district. Of course, Caitlin Hudson, the only senior on the squad, hitting at 218. and a host of complimentary players, J.J. Abbott. Talk about the freshman Caitlin Pascal, and of course Jesse Giese. So a good, strong starting lineup for today's ball club.
The cog in the wheel is always Taylor Calverley. The junior is one of the best in the country, averaging 10 assists per game. You've got to watch number 9, and when she's on and she's setting those up there for Sodich and Hudson, they're the big power blasters. Cox has been coming on. The big three, that's going to be the key if we're going to be able to make a threat tonight.
If we win all 3 games, Mark, looking at some of the possibilities, it appears that we could capture the 4th seed and therefore play the 5th seed, which would likely be Texas Wesleyan. So that does come into play, sort of who you play the first round and setting up not playing that number 1 seed in the second round.
University of Texas at Brownsville, number 2 ranked team in the country. They lost last weekend to Concordia, who's now the number 1 team. That's the team they played in the national championship. You don't want to be in their bracket in the tournament, which means if Southwestern were to win the first match, they would have to go up against UT Brownsville. So
tough
preferably,
match.
That would be a huge challenge. So if the team can get a favorable result this weekend, they stand a better chance of making it to the finals, which would be a great accomplishment for this young team.
We're just moments away from the first point in play here at the Schaefer Center. Hey, if you're nearby, come on to the campus. There's room in the stands, but they are filling up quickly, so come on out. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break with the national anthem. Stay with us, SAGU.tv. And welcome back to Schaefer Gymnasium. It is time, I believe, for the national anthem and our opening word of prayer. So, Mark, it's going to be a fun game, and hey, if it was anything like last game, we were in for a treat.
Southern Nazarene took the Lions 3 games to 0, but all of those matches were decided by a couple of points.
Including one that I think was 48 hits back and forth, lasted almost a minute long. Powerful.
A great match. If you'd like to see some of the highlights of that, go to Facebook and log on to SAGU Sports Live, and you'll see the top 5 plays by the SAGU Lions.
And they can vote. And they can vote, correct?
Exactly. Click on like and you'll get regular updates.
There you go.
On Facebook, SAGU Sports Live, and you'll see soccer, you'll see football, and plenty of volleyball.
Let's give our attention now to the P announcer as we prepare for tonight's volleyball match here at the Schaefer Gymnasium.
Please rise for a word of prayer and remain standing for the national anthem sung by Noel Dion. Almighty God, thank you for another day, Lord. I thank you for everyone that's here today. Lord, I thank you for the protection of them being here. Father, I also ask, God, that you would just protect these players as they perform today. And Lord, I just pray that they glorify you and give you all the praise and glory. And it's in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job.
And both players make their final preparations for tonight's volleyball game.
University welcomes all players, officials, and spectators to today's contest. As a member of the NAIA, the Red River Athletic Conference, we're committed to the true spirit of competition by being champions of character through the 5 core character values that NAI embraces, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship.
Better.
We ask each of you as a participant, official, or spectator to abide by these values by creating a positive environment in which our athletes may participate. Our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. Please enjoy this contest. And now, the starting lineups for the Wildcats. At middle blocker, junior, number 4, Susan Cece. At right side, freshman, number 8, Johanna Evolve. Outside hitter, senior, number 10, Ingrid Maschietta. At center, freshman, number 12, Jessica Iskandra. Outside hitter, senior, number 13, Magna Santos. And at libero, sophomore, number 1, Diana Castieta. Head coach, Nancy Sikobi. Now for your starting Southwestern Lady Lions. At right side, freshman from Waxahachie, Texas, number 3, Caitlin Pascal. At outside hitter, sophomore from Arlington, Texas, number 5, Jessica Savage. At middle hitter, freshman from Kimball, Washington, number 6, J.J. Abbott. At outside hitter, senior from Mansfield, Texas, number 8, Caitlin Hudson. At center, junior from Mansfield, Texas, number 9, Taylor Calvary. At middle hitter, junior from Buffalo, Texas, number 11, Cassie Cox. And at libero, freshman from Redwood, Texas, number 2, Emily Smith. Head coaches Hank Morris, Ichabod Children, and Tom Russell on the staff.
All right, Mark. Nothing left to do but put the ball up in the air, and this is a big game for Wiley. They're on a 5-game winning streak, and they want to keep this thing going, have that momentum carrying into the Red River Conference Tournament. So Wiley, although number 2 is pretty much locked up with a win here, they have a lot to play for. Momentum's a big thing, don't you think, going into conference play of tournaments?
Well, if you like the color purple, not only is the Red River Conference your place, as a number of teams have that chosen as their school colors, but tonight it is on full display with the Lady Wildcats from Wiley against, of course, our favorites, the Lady Lions of SAGU.
Good point. So Wiley will be the purple and white, and we'll be the white and purple. Something like that. We'll figure it out.
And of course, the player wearing the opposite color from her teammates is the libero. And over for Wiley, it's number 1, Diana Castaneda, and for SAGU, it's number 2, Emily Smith. You know, Coach Moore has tinkered with his lineup enough this season. He's gone with a couple of different liberos, and he's got the team playing their best ball of the season right now.
They are definitely playing at a peak. They're ready for tournament play, and we're ready for the first point of action here at the Schaefer Gymnasium as Wiley College put the ball in play. Calverley. That's way out into the audience, and point out for the Lions off a kill from the senior, Caitlin Hudson.
Well, she went to Legacy High School. She's leaving a legacy already, number 3 all-time in kills. Big shot, an angle shot cross court.
Emily Smith puts the ball in play for the Lions on their first service of the match. She's set 13, nice block by Cox. Free ball over, we'll reset. Cox there to handle it, Wiley in trouble, and they'll come away with the point. The Lions up 2-0.
Well, Cox hit the crawler, just went up the net and dropped over. Wiley had no chance to really make a play on that.
Smith again. Deep ball handled by Wiley. Santos. Calverley. Back set. Slide. Hits the front of the net. Point out Wildcats.
You know, and I'm not even sure they got a piece of the ball. I just think that looked like it hit the tape and came back.
I think you're right, Mark. I think no Wildcat player touched that ball.
That slide move from Calverley to Cox has been awesome in recent weeks.
Absolutely. Many points off that play. Now here's another back set. Back slide. Hudson hammers it home. There it is again, just a different player. This substitute Cox for the senior Hudson. Calverley loves that back set and sets up that slide for those hitters up front. Front set now to Sodic. Just a bit outside.
So powerful.
So Sodic.
Sodic shot down the line. It went screaming just past the tape.
Could be deep. Abbott will take it. Oh, a dump.
A pancake
saved.
dig for Wiley.
Here's Sodic. Easy play for the Wildcats. We'll reset. Here comes Mascara. Mascara delivers for the Wildcats.
5'10" senior out of Columbia.
And again, 7 of the, I guess, 12, 13 players are from non-American nations. There's one of them right there.
You can credit their head coach for that recruiting.
Back set, slide, Cox. Oh, too much to handle for the libero. Right in her left forearm.
The blonde bomber, she in the last several weeks has unleashed a number of big hits.
Handled by the defense easily. Sodic, that's gonna sail. Is it gonna catch the line? It does catch the line. It looked deep, but it dove right in there, Mark.
Well, if any part of the ball is over the line, it doesn't actually have to touch it, but if it's over that line, and we'll take that call. It looked a skosh long to me.
It sure did. Here's Mascara, a double block by Abbott, and Calverley steps up. Rejection, Lions point.
Calverley, for a setter, is number 2 on the team in blocks, and
No
she gets
kidding.
up with those combo blocks.
Absolutely.
And is very effective.
Here comes Mascara again. That's too much right there, too much angle. Went down the line, hit the corner. SAGU unable to handle that one, and it's 6-4. Lions still up by 2.
Lions went up with a double block there, and she averted it by going right down the line. Great vision.
Briggs. Easy play for the Wildcats. Short set. Quick kill. Lions.
A kill by Anthony Mathis. That was a blocking error as it went off of Sodic.
Yes, Lions unable to handle that one, and now it's 6-5. It could be deep, could be deep. It is deep.
You know what, we've got to say something about number 12 for Wiley. A freshman setter, Jessica Izquierdo, 5'7", to come in here as a freshman and average 10.3 assists a game is a great feat for a young player.
Back set, handled. We'll reset again. Oh, off Calverley's right hand. Good play by the offensive-minded Wildcats there, Mark.
Well, once again, they've chosen to go right down that line. Very small margin of error, and they landed that one. It's 7-6.
Oh, a miscommunication. Sodic thought the libero Smith was going to handle that. Smith wasn't ready for it. Easy point. That's an ace. Easy ace for the Wildcats. 7-all. Mosquera puts the ball in play. Happens again, the same spot, Mark.
Ernie Harwell, the legendary announcer for the Detroit Tigers, he would say, and they stood there like the house on the side of the road. But that was a well-placed serve. A hot potato. They've now got the lead by 1.
Miscare's going to go right back to the same place. This time Smith there. Calverley. In the middle, right in the weak spot of the zone between the front and back lines. Smith unable to pancake it. And the Wildcats up 9-7.
Diana Castaneda, they've made 5 points in a row on this rally here.
Mosquera puts the ball in play to Sodic. Calverley. Back to Sodic. She handles that one. Oh, and a miscue by Magda Santos. Perhaps it wasn't the best of sets, but Santos was there and just misplayed that ball.
A shout out by the freshman towers there, Abbott and Pascal. They went up big. She hit the ball short. We'll take the point. And there goes Sodic with the serve.
Back right corner. Sodic dove, unable to grab that one.
Mathis from Missouri City, Texas, a freshman. Not only is Wiley good, but they have a host of freshmen that'll be staying with this team the next several years.
By my count, 6 freshmen for the Wildcats on their roster. Here comes Smith Calverley. A firm back row kill attempt by Sodic. We'll reset this though. Here comes Calverley. Pascal tries to dump. It's out. So the Lions mixing up the play a bit in this last couple points, not going with power, but more finesse. Paid off that time. Abbott looks to tie the score back. They trail by 1, 10-9. Calverley to Hudson, block, count the point. Off, I think it was number 4, Mark. I think it was off Cece, a freshman from Kenya.
I think she's got 3 kills in the early going. That one there, they couldn't handle.
Here she is again, in trouble. Hudson heading right toward the broadcast table, tried to pancake that one. Unable to haul it in, and the Wildcats will take the lead again. The slimmest of margins, 11-10 in a really close match so far. No real big lead by any team. Johanna Evald puts the ball in play, deep ball, almost a push there. Ooh. Here comes Santos.
Wow.
Santos catches the line, Mark.
When you say outside hitter, she hit it from one side of the court, a sharp angle right over here at us. We couldn't have handled that one.
No,
ourselves.
don't hit it towards me.
We're up by 2.
No contest here. Here comes Evald. Calverley to Cox. Net play will reset. Now Hudson. Oh, it's rejected.
Big
Number
block.
4.
Number 4, Susan Sisichi, 5'11" junior from Kakamega, Kenya. That's 13-10, and they have been on a hot streak.
A lot of variety. Wiley College is mixing it up very well, jumping out to a 13-10 lead early, but I don't see any team taking a definitive clear advantage. Both teams still feeling each other out. They watch each other in warm-ups to see where the strengths are. But I think here now we're the second half of the first match. You'll see the strengths begin to rise, and we'll see which team can really take this thing home and grab a 1-set lead.
For those of you that are watching here with us right now, Wiley has responded with a 9-3 run to go up 13-10, hitting .274, one of the best teams in the nation to do that. The Lions, under Hank Moore's reign here, one of the things that they're known for is their defense. Normally a little better blocking than they've been able to give this year, but as far as digs and being in the right positioning, he's got this team playing very well. Right now they seem to be a little bit on their heels, though, because they're getting some good sets on the Wiley side of the court, and the Lions haven't been able to get their passing game going.
We'll see if the Lions can put a stop to this 9-3 run, as you mentioned, from the Wildcats. Calverley over to Hudson. Can they handle it? No, they cannot. The double block was tipped back to the libero. Unable to handle that one, Deanna Castaneda. The Lions creep back to within 2.
Well, the great number 8 come through with her 4th kill. Now it's Brittany Briggs, one of the best servers on the team.
Back left corner. Calverley back set slide to Cox. Catches the net, still live,
Yes.
and it falls to the floor. Cox with a kill.
They were in position for that, but she went down the line. A great set, too, by Calverley.
One of the best in the entire Red River Conference, Mark. Our own Taylor Calverley. But right now, got their hands full from that kill attempt by Santos. Live ball still will reset. Calverley now over to Hudson. Tip. Great save by the Wildcats. Here comes Santos. Oh, another great save by Sodich. Calverley over to Hudson. Still live ball. Oh, baby!
Wow. What can you say about a volley like that? Where else would you want to be on a Friday night? Great volleyball action. Over there, Santos with a big hit.
Cox right there to say no thank you. 12-14. But it did sail just out of bounds, so Wildcats were able to attain that point. Now here comes the Wildcats again.
Ingrid Mosquera.
That's off Cox, so a point out for Wiley, and now we're at 15-12. No need to panic yet, but you don't want to get that lead out to 6 or 7 at this point, Mark.
You don't want to see them extend it. They stopped the Lions' mini run of 2 in
Oh,
a
that's a
row.
bad serve. That's a bad serve. Santos can do nothing but smile on that one. It's kind of hard to figure out that high level of play at the net, and then the serve just doesn't even reach the net. But we'll take a free point if you're a Lady Lion. A nice dump. Recovery by the Lions. William airborne. Sailing over the net is Sodich. Puts it away.
Thank you very much, Miss Sodich. That was a big hit.
This could be trouble. It is trouble for the Wildcats, and a quick point out for the Lady Lions.
Sodich goes up and she cashes in on the overpass. And they almost recovered it, but now we're tied up 15-all. Just like you said,
like
Rob, we put a stop to that. It's anybody's game.
And that's going to be called, it's a call out for the Wildcats. Block out.
Blocking error on that side.
Mosquera.
Not a lot you can do with that, and she went right through the double team.
She
number
did.
10.
She did. Mosquera and Santos marked to me personally by Coach Hinkmore as the two best players, and they're showing it early on as they're making a big impact for the Wildcats. Now here's a back set slide over to Cox. Red flag goes up out of bounds. Just missed going down the line there, Mark.
They score that a hitting error, but you have to like her going down that line because she had the opening, just not a large window for the junior from East Texas.
Calverley, front set over to Sodich. Nice block by the Wildcats. Libero back to Taylor. Calverley back to Sodich. Will reset. Wildcats will recover. Calverley back set. Slide to Cox. We got a whistle at a net. Point out the purple and gold, or should we say, I should say, white and purple today, meaning the Lady Lions.
That's always a tough call. I was thinking
Yeah.
if we hit the net,
Yeah.
they got called for the infraction. We'll take it.
There's a nice dub by Calverley, and that results in a Lady Lions point.
You know what? Never in sports can you use the word dink with real authority. But she hit it where no one was, or as Wee Willie Keeler once said, hit them where they ain't.
Hit him where they ain't.
Great hit.
Here comes Mosquera. Briggs recovers. Kirk, the back row. Kill attempt. Mosquera. Calverley to Sodich. Oh, and that's out of bounds easily near our broadcast table. And guess what? The Lions have recaptured the lead, 18-17. as the Wiley College substitutes look on the sidelines with anticipation to see if their teammates can pull back ahead.
Good combination block in the middle.
Oh, that's trouble. Saved by Calverley. Sodich, oh, an odd hit. She jumped too early, but that threw everybody off. She barely tapped it over, and that's an ugly kill, but it goes as a point of the scoreboard, Mark.
You expect to see Sodich make her own lightning. Number 12 in the nation in kills per game.
Oh, my.
She just
Oh,
barely
my.
got
That
a
may be
piece
the
of it.
ugliest kill we've seen from Sodich all year. Doesn't matter, though. It's going to count, and here is another point. And here's a timeout from Coach Nancy Sokobe, first of the game for the Wildcats, as they now find themselves down 3, 20-17.
The Lions' 5 unanswered points are now in a position, if they can come back and keep that momentum on their side, to win that all-important first match. That sets the tone for the way the rest of the match is going to go, and it would be huge in the minds of Wiley if the host can come out and get that 1-0 lead.
Listen, we're playing a team here that's 8-1 in the conference and 20-7 overall. This is a legitimate volleyball team in the NAIA, and we are not just hanging with them, we're beating them. Now, it's our home gym. You get some advantage there, but this could be a harbinger of good things to come for the conference tournament. If we can hang with this team, you want to say you have a shot at making the finals. I mean, you're probably going to be up against Brownsville, but that's what you want to. If you're anything but Brownsville, you want a shot at beating the #1 team in the district. And right now, the Lady Lions playing like they want to run through the tournament, which begins in about a week and a half. Here comes Mosquera. No one there for the Lions, Mark. Weak
Jessica
spot.
Izquierda sets it up. That one was just a textbook helper over there on the outside.
Saw the blocking lane, went cross court. Point out for the Wildcats. Here comes Izquierda. Calverley saves that one. Little dump push from Sodich.
Well, if you like omens, we've had about 3 hits in the last 5 minutes that look like ducks going across there, and we'll take them.
We'll take it, absolutely.
We're hitting them in the right spot.
Freshman Caitlin Pascal checks in for your Lady Lions. Mosquera, it could be deep. No, it's played. It's going to have to be just recovered. Maybe an overpass. Yeah, pretty easy. Hitting error from Sodich. No need for that to happen. And she looks back at the table and just shakes her head at head coach Hank Moore. An error for the Lions on that point.
I think Abbott would have had a better play there in the middle of the floor, but it's hard not to trust Sodich after the season she's had.
Mosquera puts the ball in play. Sodich, rejection from the middle. Angle
9
cut
and
off.
8, Mathis and Evald.
Two freshmen.
Wow.
Two freshmen.
But Sodich is making that attack from behind this front line, and it gives them time to get their block positioned. That's something that the Lions have been doing in recent weeks, and quite well.
Sodich delivers on that one. She was well in front of that line on that kill attempt, and she delivers. Now she'll go back to put the ball in play as a server.
She played at a small private school in the Dallas area, South Side in Ovilla, and yet for a player, 5'8", she really can get off the floor. Great ups.
I'd say give her a basketball goal and see if she can slam dunk it. She is indeed up there. When she gets her feet in place and lifts off, she is sky high, well over the net
And
with
as
her
soon
head.
as the volleyball season is over, she's joining the Lady Lions women's basketball team.
Hudson.
She was an all-district performer in high school.
Free ball for the Lions. What will they do with it? Calverley back set to Pascal. And waiting for her kill attempt was a handful of Wildcat defenders. Dribbled off Pascal's body. Point out, Wildcats is now 22-22. Deuces Wild.
5-2 run by Wiley.
Nice play by Smith. The last moment, ducks her head. Ball sails about 2 feet out of bounds.
That was a service error. And it puts
Boy,
us in position
if
2
you could
points
get
away
this
for a
first
win.
set, absolutely. Oh, that's a great great dump by the Wildcats and pancaked successfully by Sodich, but it pancaked the wrong way. It wasn't up back in the field of play.
She looked like she might have stretched a leg or a hip there. That was a great effort. You don't coach that.
No, that's all heart. Evald to Sodich, Calverley to Hudson. Oh, are you going to stop that? No way!
With authority, Rob.
60-degree angle, maybe more. Almost straight down from the senior.
That was the best kill of the night so far for the Lady Lions.
Absolutely, and that gets the crowd on their feet, and they put their finger in the air. That means one more point to take a 1-0 set lead, and Briggs puts the ball, but hits the net, which you like that if you're a server. Great save. They're going to have a shot here. Here comes the senior. Live ball. Here it goes. Oh, a dunk. A dump. This is going to be a big point. Big point brewing. Here comes Hudson.
It's back to Libero, comes up with the pass.
Cox wants it back. Calling for the slide. Oh, and a miss hit.
Oh.
She took the initial pass, tipped it over to Calverley, went behind her for the slide, and just didn't get enough air under her feet to put that thing over the net.
And she was well short, about 1.5 feet. But that play was set up.
I think she was out of gas. I think she was just out of gas on that point. So 24-all now. We'll reset again now. Calverley to Cox. Wildcats right there. Mosquero. Great save by Briggs. Possibly a free ball from Smith. Could be out. It is out. Timeout. Coach Hank Moore wants to talk it over with his ladies as they are now down 25-24 in a seesaw battle the last 4, 5, 6 points, Mark.
And you're able to see some of that defensive prowess the team has. Brittany Briggs, who started the year off at Libero, she took that one right there and muffled that thing and set it up with a nice pass. The team is not afraid of Wiley. Most teams have a real difficulty with them. Their only loss is to UT Brownsville.
Sure.
And the Lady Lions call the timeout, trying to stop this run and salvage this first game.
It's a good timeout by Coach Hank Moore. That momentum is real in sports, and Wiley has it the last 90 seconds or so, and Coach Hank Moore wants to put a stop to that, reset your defense, talk it over, try to tie this thing up, and then put it away. And he's bringing out, looks like all of his starters, all of his starters back on the court for the Lions.
This all-important serve is coming by Santos, who has 34 aces on the season, number 11 in the Red River Conference.
She'll probably look to go back to that back left corner between Briggs and Smith. And she does. Briggs handles it. Back set to Hudson. Wildcats pick that one up. Back set, slide. And that's
there it is.
The bread and butter for the Lions. Dinner table, it's feeding time for Cox. Puts it away. 25-all.
The 6'1" junior made no mistake about that one, Rob.
And now the Wildcats are going to have to put a free ball over. And I like where this is going here. Here comes Cavalier, back set to Cox. Yes, indeed! And that textbook slam dunk with her fist and her feet pound the pavement. 26-25 in celebration with one more point for set number 1.
They like that play so much, they did it twice. It was that nice.
The senior Hudson puts the ball in play. Mosquero. Great save by Libero in the corner. Great defense by the Wildcats. Mosquero again. That's going to be handled easily. Watch this.
There it is.
And there it is, folks. The Lions stun the Wildcats in set number 1. Look at this replay here. And the final point of set number 1, out of bounds. Lions will take a 1-0 lead.
I'm telling you, Cassie Cox, I think, enjoyed that more than so did. She was hopping with excitement. And you know what? The big kill a few minutes ago by Hudson, and then the team just unleashed from right there. They are working, collaborating together to get this win on a Friday night. Triple header weekend.
Absolutely, and now let's go down to our sideline reporter, Bianca Alarcon, who's got basketball player Justice Norviles. Bianca, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with SAGU basketball player Justis Norviles. Now, Justis, you are all the way from Lithuania. What brings you here to Waxahachie, Texas?
It is a long story. Like all summer, like some scouts were sending my video to United States universities because I think United States it's a little bit better opportunities like for me like a basketball player and like for a student also. So scouts were sending my videos and coach Donny Bostic liked me and he just wrote me like an email. We were like talking about for month maybe or maybe more, and like he offered me to go to SAGU, and I accepted like this offer, and I think it was very good idea for me to go here. I like this place.
And what's your relationship with Coach Donny Bostwick and the boys? How have you been meshing in, being all the way from Lithuania? How have you been adapting to the Texas lifestyle?
It's a little bit hard. Actually, now it's almost 2 months that I'm here, and like it's very hard for my language. But I have some extra classes, like art classes from my language, for all like sentences, like for everything, for all English language, and it helps me. But talking about other like things like about basketball, it is difficult because I have never played in such a big level basketball. Yeah, and it's so excited, and I can't wait like our first game, and I like this place.
Well, good luck in your home opener on Tuesday. We'll be rooting for you. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Bianca. Look forward to the basketball season just around the corner. Mark?
Justis Norviles.
Yeah, thank you for
from
correcting me.
Lithuania.
Thank you.
Speaking of international players. Hey, that first match, Wiley hit 231. The Lions 189.
But won the set.
Yes. Sodich with 7 kills. Hudson and Cox both with 5 apiece. Hudson only 1 error. She hit 308, the best hitter on the team. But Calverley with 16 assists in that first game.
Wow. For the Wildcats, 12 assists. Jessica Izquierdo, and leading the way with kills is number 10. We talked about her pregame, Ingrid Mosquera, leading the Wildcats. So it's time for set number 2. J.J. Abbott puts the ball in play.
Nice combo.
Now there's a set from Cox.
Nice dig by the libero, Castaneda.
Live ball. Now we have a whistle. Point out for the Wildcats.
The infraction was against the Lions for making
was that a net?
With
the net call.
Both teams with 21 digs in the first match. Brittany Briggs with 7. Great game for her.
17 assists total for the Lions, 13 for the Wildcats, and the stats don't always tell the story. Like you said, hitting percentage higher, considerably higher for the Wildcats, but they don't come away with the win. That's the Lions who take an early 1-0 set lead, as the Wildcats take a 2-0 lead in set number 2.
That was 5'9" Latricia Watson, a freshman from Houston. We haven't seen much of her so far. She comes in on the right side and put it down the line. One
of 7 freshmen for the Wildcats, coming in to give quick energy. Microwave. Vinnie Johnson, Detroit Pistons used to do that. Come off the bench in a hurry, just provide instant offense. And that's going to be too many hits or a lift. Check that, a lift, I think by number 10, Mosquera with the lift call.
You know the idea there by Cox to go with the soft tap over the block attempt worked to our favor.
Nice play by Santos. Here comes Santos again. Point out Lions.
There. Sodich was going for the ball, and Calverley shouted out, "It's going out." She eased up.
Yeah. You have to talk in this game, and sometimes it's hard to hear with a loud crowd, but they can hear each other, and it's crucial that they communicate when the ball's up in the air. Back set slide to Cox. Rejected, but handled by The Lions still live ball. Near the net.
That number 3, Watson, she doesn't look 5'9", and she has some spring in her step. That was anybody's ball there. She made a nice play on it because the volley didn't look like it was going well.
Absolutely.
For Wiley.
Santos, the senior from Brazil. Looks for the deep, finds that deep left corner, and here comes the senior, Hudson. Wildcats able to reset. Mosquero. Free ball. Back set slide from the left-hander. Latricia Watson again. You mentioned her name a moment ago, and that one went right into the net. Looks like she jumped a bit late. Her body was already headed down as the ball was still rising.
The set was a little short and in front of her and messed up the timing.
Here comes Mosquero. Libero there to reset that. A nice play by Sodic. Love that mid-air transition.
Sweet, soft shot. Way to call it, Rob. Now the Lions are ahead 4-3. That's twice in the last couple of minutes that Cox and Sodic have gone with a soft tip.
It's worked so far. Hank Moore not happy, yelling at the referee. He's calling, now he's over there talking to the referee. He is not happy, and he is giving the referee an earful. Trying to pick up what he's upset about.
He's referring to a play a moment ago that looked like a double contact that they didn't call.
He did put 2 fingers in the air, so that's exactly what he's telling the ref.
And you know, coaches,
basically,
even
she
though
missed
they're
it.
not going to have the call change, they put the thought in the official's mind so that they get that next call.
Oh, absolutely.
Or at
Coaches
least
have
that's
to
the
do that.
hope.
That's what you do, and it does work sometimes. Mosquero, a block off of either Calverley or Cox, not sure, but it goes out of bounds. And it's now 5-4.
And stepping in to serve right now is the Ohio State Buckeye, or coming in the back row, Alyssa Kirk, number 7.
The sophomore from Gahanna Christian in Pataskala, Ohio. I think I said that name right.
Pataskala.
That's what I meant to say.
I'm up in Michigan,
That's
so
what
we
I
know
meant to
some
say.
of those towns. But I will tell you this, if you like redheads, the Lions have 2 of them out there. I've heard they're trying to take over the campus.
Briggs, back set from Calverley to Cox. Oh, you can hear it from here. With loud punch of the fist. Cox brings it home.
They might want to check the floor on that one, Rob.
Man. And she'll take a quick seat. 6'5" Lions. Here's a set to Mosquero. Block tip out of bounds. That's point out for the Wildcats. Mosquera, check that, Mosquera from Cali, Colombia. There's 3 players from Cali, Colombia. Number 1, Castaneda, the libero. Is there 4? Check that, there's 4. Homegrown talent. A Cali connection to Wiley.
Had the quick dump there by Calverley. They responded well.
Oh, and a net kill attempt from Sodic.
She didn't get that one over. You know, and Wiley continues to attack over here on the left side. Very few attacks from the right side, and you can't really argue with them. With a record like theirs, they know what they're doing.
Absolutely. Deep serve. Kirk handles that one. Wildcats reset it. Mosquera. And now a whistle. Now they're going to call the double hit. Coach Hank Moore's calling for it. And he gets it. I think you're right. You plant that so the refs are looking for it, and it worked.
And he stepped out there as soon as he saw it, and that was his good fortune. Taylor Calverley from Grace Prep in Arlington.
Oh, that's going to be in bounds. No, check that. They're going to mark that. That is out of bounds.
They overruled the line judge.
Lions with the point, 8-7. Good deep serve. not handled by Santos at all. And that's going to be way out of bounds into the stands, and just a receiving error from the senior, Santos.
Well, Nancy Sakobi from Kakamega, Kenya, was talking to her about that a moment ago, and she's such a spirited leader. Loved there on the campus of Wiley College. She's done a wonderful job of bringing in international students and meshing them into a team that has been nationally ranked, and in each of her 4 years, they finished first, or I think first in her first year and second the last 3 years.
An outstanding program out there in East Texas from the Wildcats. And they are proving it with an 8-1 record in conference play. And we mentioned the 4 Cali players. It's Castaneda, Chalar, Mosquera, and Izquierdo, all from Cali, Colombia. That would be a sophomore, a junior, a freshman. So 1 each classification: freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. 4 players, 4 different classifications for the Wildcats. So 9-7.
I saw the movie a few years ago, The Great Debaters. That was starring Denzel Washington. That was about this college, Wiley College.
Is that right?
In Marshall, Texas, winning the National Debate Championship years ago.
Here's a great save attempt by Cavalry. Got to get it over, and they do. Great save by the Lions. This is developing into a big point. Lockout. Wildcats look again. Mosquero. Great save by Kirk. Back set to Pascal. In the corner, catches the line! Oh, and that play developed about 20 seconds ago with outstanding defense by the Lady Lions. And they just wanted it, gutted it out, 10-7. Southwestern.
The former Midlothian Panther comes through with the block and the well-placed hit in the corner.
Mosquero, red flag sails up. It's out of bounds. My hometown, Midlothian, Texas.
Deep. Wiley thought otherwise, but the Lions had their biggest lead of the night at 11-7.
Short set. Great dig by Kirk. Free ball coming. Great defense by the Lions. It's another tip. It'll be handled. Calverley. Set over to Sodic. Deep ball. We got a good point. Good point underway here. Who wants it more? Who wants it more? Here comes Sodic. And a whistle. Listening for the call. I think they're going to give it to the Wildcats.
I think
now they might replay it.
I don't know. Right, you're right. I think they're saying that Sodic, it was either a lift or that she came from behind that line and hit it on this side.
Is that not? That's not allowed in volleyball.
That's not allowed. She can be in the air, but she's got to leave the ground from behind the line, as well as I think I've got that rule down.
So we're looking to see where Sodic was when she left the ground.
They're going to reserve it.
That's a fair play. That's a fair play. If no ref saw it, and it was a question, just reset it.
The up official up there, who was right on top of the play, was actually overruled by the one over here, evidently.
Right.
She saw it differently.
11-7 Lions look to take a 5-point lead. Playing great defense so far. Sodic off the net. Back set. A whistle.
Was a lift, a double contact.
From, I believe, off of Izquierdo's fingertips, and that gives the Lions a 5-point lead, mark their biggest of the night.
Cavalry, who has 18 aces this season, doesn't get one there.
Over to Sodic.
Big hit.
Santos proving to be a bit of a defensive liability in the last several points, and the Lions going right at number 13, trying to negate her offensive prowess by hitting the ball to her on defense.
Making her work. She's from Brazil, by the way. Magna Santos, one of the best players in the
conference. And they'll hit to her again, Mark. Absolutely, hit to her again. Here comes Mosquero. This is outstanding defense by the Lions. Smith saves it. Here comes Mosquero again. Smith again. Back in the ground, in the corner, right corner. Dial it up. Another point for the Lions.
So nice she did it twice.
Mosquera putting the heat on the Lions, but the Lions there at every turn.
And you know, that comes from a girl, Caitlin Pascal, who was a setter in high school. She's playing the front line. I'm telling you, she can play some volleyball.
And that's going to be a point out, a lift from SAGU. Boy, you got to like the 14-8 lead, though. The Lions are stunning the Wildcats.
Got them on their heels if they could grab a 2-0 lead. But they've got a long way to go in this
Oh,
game.
and Smith looked to let that go, changed her mind at the last second, dove for it, and that hesitation put her body out of position. Point out Wildcats.
Getting the ace is Mosquero. She's not even in their top leaders on the team in the category. But
Mosquero short
one
set to
there.
Sodic. Santos, no way you're going to stop that one. The Santos spike brings the Wildcats to within 4.
She spanked that one at a sharp angle.
It was loud, too.
About
Hurt
all
my
you can-
ears.
About all you can do is just sit there and hope it goes wide.
Line set up defense. Good easy deep ball. Handled. Calverley. Sodic. Did that hit the net? Didn't matter. Goes as a kill.
It looked like she was going to set someone else. A little deception. Big hit by Sodic.
15-10. Sodic now. 5-point lead from number 5. Puts the ball in play. Over to Santos. Calverley. Over to Pascal. Wildcats will reset this one. There's a slide attempt.
There you go. Hudson.
Hudson dribbles over the net, falls on Wiley's side, and Hudson celebrates with her teammates. Now up 6.
Back in the day, there used to be one of those stock cars called the Fabulous Hudson. She looked good over there on the left side, hammering it home.
The senior, the only senior on the SAGU squad, making a difference in her final campaign. Santos, that's going to be handled by that solid defense by the Lions. Kill attempt by Hudson handled. Tip.
Smith was there for that one.
Hudson, another one! Tipped off the defenders off number 8's fingers. Johanna Evolved, and Hudson taking over set number 2.
Evolve frustrated there. She was in position. She's a freshman from Germany.
Sodic again. Easy ball handle by the Lions. Here comes Calverley. Over to Hudson. In trouble.
Another one.
And Santos, honestly, is struggling defensively. And a timeout by Nancy Sokobi. Don't be surprised if she gives number 13 Santos a breather.
She came cross court that time. The ball looked like it was almost a knuckler. It seemed to catch them flat-footed. They couldn't handle it. Well, for fans who like good college volleyball in this conference, UT Brownsville 22-1. Wiley's in second place at 20-7 overall.
Not playing like it, but they are in second place right now.
Right. St. Thomas, whom Southwestern has defeated twice, they're 7-2, 16-14 overall. Our Lady of the Lake University of San Antonio, 7-2 in the conference, 13-16 in all their games. And then the big battle, our rival across town, Texas Wesleyan. They're 5-3 along with SAGU. Wesleyan is 16-13. The Lions 15-13. That's the top 6 teams, the teams that are most likely to be playing postseason ball next week.
On the outside looking in with little to no chance, Bacone College at 4-6, and really with no chance, Texas College, Southwest, Houston Tillotson, Jarvis Christian, and Langston will not see postseason play this year in the Red River. Sodic, he's been serving forever. Still back there for the Lions. Good deep ball. Santos sets up. Could be a live ball. They got to get over a long way, and Sodic delivers. Santos handled, angled perfectly by Calverley. Now a mad spank and spike by the senior Hudson. The anger on her face. Look at
Here's a replay of
Look
this.
at the ferocity on Hudson's face as she sets up. Bam! Look at that, baby. Send it home. Are you kidding me? Love it.
I think you capitalize that.
Oh, and a huge mistake. Santos just out of sorts.
That capital H in Hudson had to be standing for a hammer.
It is
on
the
that
hammer.
hit.
It's the Hudson hammer tonight. For sure, and Sodich again, it's got to be 7, 8 in a row. Now 20-10, and Wiley College playing like they just don't even know which way's up and down right now. Now here's a great save, but a net call. Calverley crossed the line below the net, so Wiley, on a mistake by the Lions, finally get on the board and break past a great streak run by the Lions.
It was a passing error, and Calverley really had no chance at it. She went over the line under the net. That was not a good set by Calverley.
Exactly.
It'll go against Hudson's stats, but really she had really no play on it. So a setting error.
2012. Wiley looking to fight back, stay alive in set number 2. A back row kill. Point out Lions. Who else? Jessica Sodich with a slam spike.
She's having an outstanding year. 4.2 kills per game. Leads the Red River Conference.
Abbott puts the ball in play. Abbott again, great defense. Cox checks back in, by the way. She's back in play. Look for her to deliver. Here comes a block attempt. Back set slide. Boy, Abbott's playing great defense, Mark. And they're going to call that point out for SAGU, I believe. Was that a net call? I couldn't quite see what happened there.
Obviously, the pass was errant.
It was out around the antenna.
Right, it went on the other side of the antenna. It has to stay between them. Otherwise, the ball landed in the court. That's the best Hudson could do.
Now Hudson again.
Is she going out in style, Rob?
Delivers on that one.
Here's a replay.
Hudson playing
She
outstanding volleyball today.
And detonates.
Checking in Briggs for the line. She's back to serve, number 10. Oh, Cox is right there. Return to sender. Here comes Santos looking for the hole. Hudson's there. A battle at the net. Wiley will reset. Oh, and a great play by Susan C.C. Chi, the freshman from Kenya. You've called her name before. Saw absolutely no one in the front right corner and just dumped that over. Point out Wildcats.
That means a communication on their floor as well. Teammates telling her which spot on the court to go to. Very well done by Wiley.
Hudson delivers again. Mark.
You know what, of the 3 big hitters, while Sodich is leading in kills, Cox with...
And here's a replay. Another great play by Hudson. Hudson's just player of the game tonight in the first 2 sets, without a doubt.
There's a chance for Cox.
Cox over to the Santos, who's not playing the best defense, and they're looking to find
Great
the Santos.
recovery.
Sodich set up, look for Sodich. There she is. Wildcats there. Double block.
Double there.
Off of Cox's hand, and Wiley stays alive. 23-15. It doesn't look good, but you want to at least have a fighting attitude going into set number 3. You may not win this set, but you don't just want to just give up. So Wiley College doing a great job just fighting for every point.
The Wildcats cannot get into trading points with SAGU. They've got to go on a big run right now.
A nice dump. Wildcats snuff it out. Cox not going to sniff that one out. And the Cox kill puts them within 1, and she'll take a quick seat. 24-15. Set point.
Here's the replay. Cox over here hits it right by Erica Brown.
Perfect slide.
She saw it coming, but could do nothing about it.
For a 2-0 set lead. The Lions unable to handle that one. Good offensive set by the purple of Wiley College. 24-16, like you said, they need to go on a huge run. They need to win about 8 straight just to tie this up, and that's very unlikely. So, SAGU, what do you do if you're SAGU? Do you play more defensive or you just stay aggressive?
I'd stay aggressive. Keep them on their heels.
Mascara.
That's trouble.
Oh, that hit the roof. Although it would have landed in the court of play, hit the roof. out of bounds. There's so much force on that kill attempt. Smith's recovery just went right straight to the ceiling. Now here's a chance. Abbott delivers an unorthodox kill, but we'll take it off the net. And the Lions, just like that, take a 2-0 set lead, and the Wildcats are looking for answers.
The freshman hitting 205. She's come on strong down the stretch this season. Went to Cedar Park Christian High School all the way across the country from the Pacific Northwest, the land of the rain and the mist. She brought that one down with a little thunder. The Lions go up 2-0.
And Alyssa Kirk, who has substantial playing time in set number 2, sat down with one of our reporters for this SAGU Spotlight. Check it out, Alyssa Kirk.
I'm here with Alyssa Kirk, sophomore defensive specialist for the Lady Lions volleyball team. Now, Alyssa, just to start off with, what led to your coming of SAGU, and how did you hear about the volleyball program?
It's kind of a long story. My sister actually had gone to a branch of Ohio State and didn't like it. So she wanted an adventure. So she came down here through our church, because I go to an Assemblies of God church, and she loved it. So when it was my senior year and I was trying to decide where I wanted to go, I was looking between SAGU and another school up home in Ohio. And there was just so many different factors that happened, and I really had no idea where I was going to go. But I knew that I wanted to try to play volleyball wherever I went. So I talked to Coach Moore and came down for fall campus days and tried out, and everything just worked out perfectly, and here I am.
So like you mentioned earlier, you are a long way from home, all the way in Ohio. Where exactly is Pataskala?
Pataskala is just about half an hour east of Columbus, so right in the middle of the state.
How do your family and friends follow your play since you are 800 miles away from home?
Definitely through texting. Every time after any game, whether it's home or away, my mom is always texting me and wondering where I am and how I did and how everything went. But they also are watching online almost every game that they can. And my grandma and grandpa, who are also in Seattle, Washington, they're always watching too and sending me an email because they haven't quite caught up on the texting yet. But so they all follow, and my mom and dad coach my team back home, so they follow along with the team.
Your position is called defensive specialist. Describe to us a little what your duties are on the court.
I come in the back row for either Jessica Sodich or Caitlin Hudson and give them a little bit of relief so they can take a rest. And I come in and have to serve receive and then play defense against the hitters from the other side.
What's harder, returning one of those blistering serves or digging up a spike?
I think digging a spike is harder than returning a serve. However, if it's Brownsville, their serves are pretty hard. But I think that returning a spike is harder than a serve.
The team advanced to the NCCAA Nationals. Last year, the team got to travel to Orlando together. How is it being able to travel with the team?
The trip to Orlando was amazing. Being able to play in the national tournament was a wonderful experience, and we got to play some very good teams and have a lot of fun and work hard, and that was great and that was fun. And then the social part of it, we got to go to Disney World, which was so fun because we got to experience the princesses and go on the rides and just be girls together. But it was a wonderful experience, and hopefully we'll be doing that again this year.
What do you think the team is capable of as you prepare for the postseason play?
I think we are capable of really great things. We have come on a great stretch here, winning many games compared to how we started the season, and we're really coming together as a team. We're playing together well, we're communicating, we're getting a lot more balls up that we hadn't gotten up, and a lot more kills than we have been getting at the beginning of the season. I think we have a very bright postseason coming.
Well, thanks so much for being with us today, Alyssa.
And welcome back to the Schaefer Full Life Center Gymnasium, where your Lady Lions are out to a quick 2-0 set lead. And the stats really do tell the story this time, Mark, as SAGU dominates on the scoreboard and in the stat sheet.
Well, they hit 302 in that match. 43 swings, 17 kills, and 4 errors.
And let's go now quickly down to Bianca, who's got Coach Jordan Briggs.
What the Lions will do, and if we do win tonight, I'm here with Jordan Briggs, assistant coach for the Lady Lions volleyball team. Now, Jordan, Wiley College is ranked #2 in the Red River Athletic Conference. Right now, we're up in the match 2-0. What are the Lady Lions doing right tonight?
We are blocking extremely well. Wiley has a very, very tough attack, but our girls have really stepped it up. Our blocks are closing well, and our girls are not standing back on defense. They're being very aggressive.
We only need one more win to clinch the spot in the Red River Athletic Conference tournament. What kind of momentum will this set for the rest of the weekend if we can pull out the win tonight?
I think it'll just light the girls on fire. I think this is the time to peak, and the girls are playing extremely well. And if we finish this tonight, I think that could just set us in, and we could do a great job in the conference tournament.
Thanks so much, Jordan, and good luck in the rest of the game.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Miss Bianca Alarcon. And in attendance tonight, the Bridges. Kermit Bridges, our president. It's definitely not a yawn. It's definitely an exciting game. He's just in between resting with his lovely wife.
He's had the yawn tonight. We'll give that one to him.
His wife, Jan Bridges, joining him, and his mother, Mrs. Bridges, the mother of our campus. We're glad to have them in attendance tonight. Mark, some stats you want to share with our audience tonight?
Well, SAGU hitting .302 in the second game. 17 kills against only 4 errors. Wiley hitting only 143. This is a team that hits 270. They had 11 kills and 5 errors. Individually, Caitlin Hudson so far having the best match, 11 kills and 25 swings, and just 3 errors. Sodich, 11 kills, 4 errors, but she's had 33 swings. And Cox, 9 kills and 4 errors and 21 swings. Taylor Calverley with 31 assists. We've got all kinds of numbers, and when you're winning, boy, you can't get enough of them.
This was the big one for me. An increase from set 1 to set 2 in hitting percentage of $113. Set number 1, SAGU just hit 189. Set number 2, 302. That's a huge increase in hitting percentage, and that is a main reason the sets score is 2-0 in favor of your Lady Lions as we begin set number 3 here at the Schaefer Gymnasium.
Well, Wiley is winning the battle of blocks. They've had 6, 7, 8 assisted blocks. The Lions have just had 4. Now, when it comes to digs, Emily Smith from Red Oak has a game-high 14 digs, and Jessica Sodich, who leads the team in digs for the season, has a dozen. If you were writing all that down at home,
there'll be a quiz.
All right, you will have to know this for the final.
Make sure you support the SAGU Sports Live Facebook. Let us know what you like to see. We're always looking to improve our broadcast for our viewers as we transition in just a few weeks, maybe about a month and a half, over to basketball season beginning in January. We have 2 more games to broadcast for you tomorrow, beginning at 11 and another one at 4, a doubleheader. Action here at the Schaefer Gymnasium as we begin set number 3 with a Cox kill attempt handled by Wiley. Here's Hudson with a dump. Too much right there for the freshman Caitlin Pass with a handle. Wiley coming out with a bit of authority in that first point, Mark.
Santos come in there like the breath mint. She was refreshed after the timeout.
Here comes Calverley over to Hudson. Block. Nice save by the back rows from Sodich. Now Wiley has to recover. Here comes a back set slide and a great save by libero Emily Smith. And we'll reset again. Libero Smith there. Calverley over to Cox. A dump.
Great recovery there by...
Oh, and off Cox's block attempt. Wildcats up 2-0.
Coach Hank Moore, more wins than any team or any coach in the conference over the last 6 or 7 years. The dean of coaches in the conference.
Calverley, a short set from Cox. We'll reset it again. Now a set from Cox to Hudson. Oh, great pancake. Outstanding pancake.
Smith again, a great effort by the freshman.
Who wants it more? Who wants it more? Deep corner. Back set to Santos. Hudson. Oh, over there. Soda's ready to handle it. Now over there to number 4. CCG, and Cox says no. Point out.
That was
Wildcats,
great
so they're
hit.
going to give that to the Wildcats. On the net call,
Their
looks to be
backs are against the wall. They have got to win this game.
looks like a net call against the Lions, against Cox, and Wildcats up 3-0.
Well, she went over the great wall right there.
Can't do that.
Was cited by both officials.
You can't hit a ball on the other side of the net if you're up there in the front line.
To serve
When your hand touches the ball.
Number 2 on the team with 30 aces this season.
It's a good serve, and that she shows why with a good, strong, low serve right there, Mark. Boy, Smith's playing outstanding today, and now here comes the senior. Hudson!
She didn't go through the double team. She went over it. I don't know how high she got up, but I'm looking for springs right now.
Briggs looking to tie the score. Nice deep set serve, just a bit outside. Red flag goes up. Looking for that back right corner. She knew right where she was going, just a bit too much air on that one, and now it's 4-2 Wildcats. Calverley over to Hudson, deep. It's gonna sail wide. Wildcats will not go away, Mark. This team's 8-1 for a reason. They had a good timeout session between set 2 and 3, and they're coming out with all cylinders on. This could be deep. It is deep. Good eyesight by Smith.
Now going back to serve is Hudson, the leader. She's number 23 in the conference with 31 aces this year coming into tonight's match.
Jump serve. Deep ball, almost a lift there. Mascara. Smith, front set over. Oh, and a misplay by Sodich. You don't normally see that, Mark. Kirk going to check in for Hudson. Just a misplay by Sodich. Perhaps he jumped off, but that went right into the net. No chance to recover. Point out Wildcats.
Looks like she just got that off the end of her knuckles.
Yeah. Taylor back set to Cox. Ooh, Mosquera.
9 and 10, Mathis and Mosquiera come up with a double team block. They're off to a 7-3 lead here.
Castaneda with the serve. Back set, short one. Cox slams it home.
Whenever she pounds one, she does that jump with the double-footed landing down there. It's just like, look out below.
Her celebration's fun to watch. Fires the whole team up. And a great serve. Boy, nice recovery by the Wildcats defense, though. Here comes a set to Sodich. Oh, look at the defense from Kirk. That one's going to sail wide.
I think Briggs was anticipating that ball being hit harder, and it didn't look like it was that difficult of a play, but didn't get a good hand on it, and it went out of bounds.
Timeout. Hank Moore calls one to talk it over as he finds his team now down 8-4. He's not happy, wants to calm his troops down, rethink it over as you see Coach Nancy Sikobi exhorting her team to keep that lead, to fight, claw. You cut it down to 2-1. You never know. You know, teams can go on a 3-set run, and that's what they have to do tonight to get a victory here at the Schaefer Full Life Center.
Both of these teams will be involved. Most likely, SAGU will win one of the 3 matches this weekend, if not winning it tonight. But the Red River Athletic Conference Volleyball Tournament next week, November 9th and 10th at the Sid Richardson Center at Texas Wesleyan in Fort Worth. All of the teams will be involved that first day on Friday starting at 11 o'clock in the morning. If you've got some free time, go on over and catch some great action. The number 1 and number 2 seeds will be playing at 4:30 and 7 o'clock that night. Or just go to the redriverconference.com for all the details.
Santos. The back set slide to Sodich. Libero will reset that. Calverley's now is going to set it to Abbott. Not much on that one, but there's a lot on that. kill attempt and delivery from Mosquera, the senior.
I was scared of Scara on that one. I mean, right after she hammered it, she was screaming, and that's exactly what the ball did. Finding that seam in the defense, a screamer for a 9-4 lead.
And the whole tone of this match is slowly changing. You sense the momentum slipping away from Lady Lions just a bit so they can recover.
That looked like a carry.
No call, though. Play on, the refs say. Calverley over to Sodic, and she sends it home!
High five. You know, as high as Hudson got a few moments ago, I don't think anyone on the team gets as high as Sodic does
Hudson's
on
close.
those kind of jumps.
Hudson's close, but Sodic has got a lot of spring in her step. That is for sure. That's some good defense by Sodic there, but they're going to call a whistle.
That was a late call, I think.
And Hank Moore asking, how is that a lift? Demanding an answer from the referee near the broadcast table.
And if they make that call quicker, it's fine, but the ball had gone to another player.
Exactly.
On the other hand, they probably thought about it, and Sodic did take it in the chest, more in self-defense. And I'm not sure why you would be laughing about that one, but that's an ace.
And Kirk just gobbled up Kirk right in her upper body, and another timeout by Coach Hank Moore, and he does not want this set to get out of hand, so he calls a TO with the score 11-6. And even from the offset, they've not really been in this set, Mark.
No, they haven't. I don't know if it was that long break at the end of the second one. Normally there's just 3 minutes between games. That one I think was 7 minutes. Yeah. They come out a little flat. They fell behind quickly 3-0. And Rob, what's Wiley doing well from your vantage point?
Offensively, they're going straight to their bread and butter, Mosquero, Santos, putting the pressure really offensively on the Lady Lions, and really also you have to credit their defense. They have been able to handle a lot of the kill attempts by the Lions, so I just think they had a gut check, looked in the mirror and said, hey, we're 8-1. We're a better team than this. And so it's a lot of little things I think they're doing, and they're letting it show right now with an 11-5 lead, playing more like the 8-1 team that they are in the Red River Conference.
Well, no one expected this to be a sweep on the side of SAGU. That we would not have complained if we had pulled it off.
How about that one? And there's the air you're talking about. Sodic, maybe 2.5 feet airborne, puts that one home.
And again, they're targeting Santos on the defensive end.
Absolutely. Well, we saw Sodic run up about 8 or 9 points in a row from service. Let's see if she can do it again. As the ball's in play, it's going to be handled by Sodic in the backcourt. Now Calverley's going to look for the senior Hudson. Block front line, we'll reset it. Hudson, block.
He wants the ball.
Hudson again. Oh, she denied. A great kill attempt though. We'll reset it again. Gonna be a net play. Oh, and it hit off Abbott and off of Hudson, and a quick delay.
You know, Wiley cashes in on the overpass when the pass was bad in the begin with. Hudson took one off the cranium there.
12-6.
Didn't seem to phase her at all. The Lions need a quick recovery.
And they'll have to give an overpass here. Free ball for the Wildcats. Here comes a far side attempt by Chalar. Again, Chalar hits the net, and the Lions will steal one.
Well, the two freshmen teamed up there twice. Got a hand on the previous attack, and then they got that one. The ball didn't go over. They're making their presence felt as freshmen here tonight, Rob.
That's a nice dig. Pascal sends it deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Kill attempt by Susan CCG. Sails just a bit outside. It wasn't even close, and now they're calling a tip. Now they're calling a tip. Cox saying, I didn't even touch the ball, not even close.
Well, you'd almost have to see a replay of it, but the fans certainly didn't like the call. She hit it long.
This could fire up. This could fire up the Lions right here. That was a bad call. Outstanding save by libero. Here comes Hudson. And that's what you want to see. You want to respond with a point you feel like you were cheated out of. You put it behind you, you get right back on the saddle and deliver a point for your team.
As they say in basketball, the ball don't lie.
13-8. Here comes Briggs. Oh! Block out of bounds. Cox was there, but deflected.
That'll go down as a blocking error, but she was in position for it. Lions still need to put together a run here quick while the game is within sight.
She did cut off the angle perfectly, just hand angled the wrong way. Oh, and a miscue. You talk about communication. They shut it down on that one between, that was Mascaro and Chalar looking at each other, saying, I thought you had it.
The set on this side wasn't good, and Hudson just got a finger on it, lifted it over, and they stood there and they said, excuse me, after you, and we'll take the point.
And here's Hudson with the serve. Mascara. Briggs got there, couldn't square her hands up, deflects out of bounds behind the court. Hudson will take a quick break. Alyssa Kirk, who we just saw in the feature a few moments ago, checks in for the Lady Lions. Castaneda puts the ball in play. Back set slide. Cox elects to dump it over deep. Now here comes Mascara. Good defense by your Lions. Now here comes Sodich to try one. Wildcats now a back set slide. Look at that defense by Briggs. Good volleyball here from both sides. Good volleyball. Point out Wildcats.
I'm not sure what the call was.
It looked like it was going to be the Lions' point. I missed that one.
No one on SAGU was griping, so Rob, we must have missed something.
Castaneda. Back set slide. Double block coming. And she goes down the line, avoids a double block, and Briggs unable to handle that one, Mark.
That's two straight plays. We've set the ball up to Cox on that side, and she's gone soft. I'm not sure if she wasn't expecting them, but the communication certainly hasn't helped the last minute.
I think her legs are tired, Mark. I think her legs are tired. She's just not getting that lift we've seen in previous sets. So there's one point for the Lions, and Cox will take a quick breather. Checking back in will be the freshman, J.J. Abbott from Kenmore, Washington. Smith, the libero, puts the ball in play for your Lions. Here's a dump, handled by the Lions. Back over to Sodich. Loud kill attempt goes deep. Oh, and Briggs sent to the floor as that ball pounds the floor. Point out Wiley College.
Well, one thing, the Lions have not been able to get a presence blocking on this side of the floor. They've done better on the right side. Blocking has not been as strong this year as it has in previous years.
Digs have been strong, but not the front line blocks. And that's a receiving error from Briggs.
She's played well tonight, except for the last couple of hits.
Sure.
And this game is almost out of hand here at 19 to 10.
You've got to
but I'll tell you, Rob, if you're not going to excel in blocks, you better be great in digs, and that's where the Lions excel. Hank Moore teams have always been good in defense.
That's a great save. Free overpass. Abbott ran that one down.
Number 10, Ingrid Mosquera, is showing why she's the number 3 hitter in the conference, hitting .286. She leads them in kills at 3.9. She's second only to Sodich in kills per match.
That's a good eyesight by Kirk. She yelled out to Briggs. Briggs let it go. Briggs will take a breather. And the freshman, Caitlin Pascal, checks back in on the front line, looking to give the Lions a spark as the setter, Taylor Calverley, will put the ball in play for SAGU. Check out Sodich. Free ball. Calverley to Sodich. That's going to go out of bounds.
It is. The libero could not make a play. Castaneda makes the dig. It goes out of bounds. The Lions down by 8. It's now or never, Rob.
Yeah, it's not even close being over yet. Not even close. Lions very capable of going on a good run here to get this close. Sodich went for the kill and then ducked as the block came back, hoping it would sail out of bounds. Didn't. Hit the line. Point out Wildcats. But I love that quick defensive reaction from Sodich.
Mathis there, number 9, a 6-foot freshman from Missouri City. Placed that one well, right back at you with the block.
Calverley, Sodich. Oh, that was going to go out of bounds. Saved by the Wildcats. Now Sodich again. Calverley, Sodich again.
They've got Sodich's number now.
Now a back set to Pascal. Off someone's head, it looked like.
Their blocking ability coming into play here in game 3.
Definitely on full display.
That particular volley, what, about 4 times they sent it back to return to sender, if you will?
Yes, sir. 22-12 in this set. Now in the hands of the Wildcats to claim if they can pull away 3 more points. Let's see if the Lions have something to say about that. There's a dump, now a set attempt and a weak kill attempt from number 8 for the Wildcats, Ewald, the freshman from Germany. I won't even begin to attempt to say this city. Something like Holzerlingen. That sounds good to me. I guess I did attempt it.
I think I had that one time on rye with sauerkraut. Holzerlingen, I'll take a second one.
Deflection.
Well,
23-13.
this is a showdown of the top 2 killers in the conference. And Mosquera and Sodich will have to check the numbers and see who's ahead after the 3rd game.
Mathis puts the ball in play. Lions needed some stops right now. Let's see if Hudson can get one back, and she does. Cuts the lead to 9.
You know what? She has not been intimidated by those blocks. She's only gone soft once.
You must play mistake-free volleyball if you're the Lions. Cox checks back in for Southwestern. Now here's a kill attempt from number 6, Chalar, and it's a blocking error on the front line, and now you're 1 point away, Mark, from a 2-set-to-1 advantage instead of ending this 3-0, which the Lions hope to do coming out of that break.
Yuli Chalar is a 3-year starter for the Wildcats. Boy, you know she's relishing that play at game point.
Cox with a mistake,
Boy,
and that's going to cost them set number 3.
they've just kind of taken her out of the match, that second one.
And
25-14, Wiley's now back in it, trailing 2-1.
What you're seeing here is Wiley exerting that history of saying, hey, we've won 6 of the last 7 meetings, and overall they lead the series 7-4. And we knew coming into this evening, Mark, that Wiley was a tough team. They got off to a rough start, but now they're showing their true colors, and we don't expect this to go 5 unless SAGU just falls apart, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it goes 5. Quite possible.
Wiley, I believe, tomorrow plays Texas Wesleyan. Wesleyan and SAGU battling it out.
And let's go down now to our sideline reporter, Bianca Alarcon, who has former volleyball player Crystal Cisneros. Bianca.
Ready to go. I'm here with Crystal Cisneros, former volleyball player for the Lady Lions. Now, Crystal, you were a veteran on the team for 4 years, named an all-conference player. What is it like being on the opposite end of things, sitting in the stands tonight?
It's a lot different. I find myself like still cheering and doing like things that I would like say on the court towards the girls, but I'm not on the court, obviously.
And Wiley brings a lot of stiff competition. That's no surprise to you. The first time we beat them was your year in 2010. What do you feel like the girls need to keep doing tonight to ensure another win for the record books?
I think that they just need to stay together as a team, and they each need to do their certain part, and slowly Wiley will start breaking down, and they start getting mad at each other, and then when they do that, they're able to like win, you know.
Well, thanks so much, Crystal, and good luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Miss Bianca. Thank you, Miss Cisneros, a former volleyball player for Coach Hank Moore, a great teammate for many years for the Purple and Gold, as she now watches her former teammates try to end this in 4. And boy, the stats really tell the story that Wiley College came out with authority. Mark, 333 their hitting percentage after hitting just 143 in set number 2. Meanwhile, SAGU drops from 302 clear down to .089.
10 kills and 6 errors will do that. Wiley in that match, 15 kills, only 2 errors. And Mosquera, who had a great match, hit .556 in that one. 9 swings, 5 errors.
Make sure you like us on Facebook. You see the website there, facebook.com, SAGU Sports Live. And let us know what you think about the broadcast. And there's some top plays that our producer Tim Roberts has put on the website for you to enjoy. The best of the best, brought to you by SAGU Sports Live. So tomorrow we have a doubleheader, Mark. We've got Texas College at 11 and Jarvis Christian at 4. And those are 2 teams that the Lions should be expected to win. This is the one you really hope you win tonight. But tomorrow we should win.
Well, they're going to be a big favorite to win those. They have not lost to either of those teams in several years. By the way, that match between the top 2 the leaders in kills, Mosquera has 15 kills through 3 games, only 3 errors. Sodic 15 kills and 4 errors. Matching Mosquera is Hudson with 15 kills and 3 errors, Cox with 10 and 4.
Calverley, a 38 assists on the night, 31 after the 2 sets, 7 in set number 3, so she's pretty much right on her average as the setter for the Lions. Now, set number 4 begins play with a 1-0 lead by the Wildcats. They pick up right where they left off, and
Santos.
The momentum is shifting. Santos again, great offense, not so good on defense. We'll see if the Lions can exploit her defensive weakness. With Cox trying to bring it home, handled by the back line. Now here comes Mosquera again. Oh, Sodic tried to save it, did so, but it was too low for Cox to handle at the front line, and 2-0 Wildcats. Looking to send this to 5.
Smith is leading the Lions with 21 digs, Sodic with 18. We're going to need some of that play.
There's a mistake by the Wildcats. We'll take that if you're part of the Purple and Gold from Waxahachie. Purple and white tonight.
We could use a good serve here by the junior from Maypearl. There it is.
Mosquera, still live ball. Cox tangled up at the net with that ball. 3-1 Wiley.
Mosquera with another big hit.
One of the 4 players from Cali, Columbia puts the ball in play for the Wildcats. Here comes Mosquera. Boy, outstanding defense from Smith. Blocking error off of Cox again. And that's Santos showing her strength on offense.
That's her 9th kill of the match, looking well. Wiley leads in aces so far, 5-3 through 3 and just over 3 games.
They just look like a whole different ball club after that first 2 sets, Mark. It's like they just came alive, but there's a mistake by Santos on the defense again. We've been talking about that the last few minutes, and it pays off for the Lions as they take advantage of a Santos error. 4-2 Wildcats. Hudson. Santos on offense. Chews up Sodic. Or check that Briggs. Check that Briggs.
Kirk, Briggs, and Smith on the back row. The Lions trailing 5-2 in a pivotal game.
Huge.
4.
Santos puts the ball in play for Wiley. Calverley over to Sodic. She'll find the back left corner, but there's a whistle. They're going to give that ball or the point out to the Wildcats. Was that a net call? I'm not sure.
She might have just been a little wide.
Maybe she did miss it.
The officials looked that one over well. They checked with the linesman.
Could be a recall. Calverley to Sodic. Good defense by the setter. Sodic again. Off the antenna.
That's
Out.
another error there by Sodic. Now, you've seen what's happened. Their ability to block the attacks has at least caused Cox and Sodic to have to look to go to something other than their strength. Not that Sodic isn't good with dinks and chips, but they're taking away a little of the power. They're getting great positioning there at the front line.
I was talking to Coach Hank Moore just about that subject, about the defense, and he explained to me the hand span of a defensive player, the two hands blocking out side by side with the thumbs touching. Each inch of the wingspan of a pair of blocked hands equals 3 feet of coverage. So you add a double blockers, that's 4 hands covering. That's enormous amount of angle coverage cut off when the defensive players have their hands in the right position. It's really hard to get past that wall, and Wiley College is doing a much better job of finding those angles and cutting them off so Cox and Sodic can't deliver those powerful kill attempts.
Well, they have to do something to account for the Lions' big three.
Look for Cox. Oh, the setter got in the way. Calverley got in the way of her own set. So reset it, and that's you don't want to say cheap point, but that was a net ball.
She did find an area.
She
Nobody
found
was
an
there.
area.
Speaking of
The
the
net
blocks,
helps.
through 3 games, SAGU has 4 assisted blocks, no solos. Wiley, no solos, and 14 assisted blocks. Wow. 14-4 lead in that area. Well, that was almost
defense.
an ace.
The free ball, though. Cox sends it back over. Block. It's going to be reset. Over to Sodic. Lions need to get a point right here. Oh, it's going to be a blocking error out of bounds.
Another big hit by Mosquera. She's gotten off to a good start. It's a 9-2 lead.
Wiley's back. They're here to stay. And it's 9-2, and this set's already sliding away from the Lions. They're going to need to put a stop to this right now. That's going to be it. There's Santos getting a mistake, an error from Santos, playing well in the front line, but really some weak spots defensively in the serves.
You know, she's their number 2 server, 34 aces, but she's made 27 errors. There was another one.
Mosquera, no way the Lions could have hit that one. That looked like a Cassie Cox shot.
You know, right, she celebrated that one with a little shish kumbah little dance after that. I don't know what you call it, but she hammered that one.
Colombian tango going on there. 10-3 mark. And now it's all smiles for the Wildcats. Mosquera, grin on her face.
Not a very good return on that serve.
Sodic.
There we go.
It's what you want to see. Haskell check back in for Briggs. Put a Band-Aid on that bleeding.
That prompted about 15, 20 people in that section right next to Sodic to stand up and say, that's what we come to see.
Blocked out of bounds. Pascal was there.
I don't even, yeah. The ball never cleared the net.
Wait a minute. Now, the head coach for the Wildcats, Sakobi, arguing that call.
Both of the officials have called that for us. The ball never did go over the tape from here.
And again,
she overruled it. The ball never went over the net.
Well, again, a class act by Coach Hank Moore said it was their point. And he's never one to accept a point that they didn't deserve to win, and so...
Well, I don't know what the call was then. It didn't go over the tape unless somebody was in the net. That could have been it.
Very possible. Hudson urging her troops to fight. Fight they do. As that ball sails out of bounds, and now there could be a tip. Point out Wildcats.
That's theirs as well.
Coach Moore may need to call it the timeout, Mark. And he does. He does call timeout.
There is a timeout.
He does. We thought it was coming. It came. It's 12-4.
I'd love to hear a clarification on that call at the net while ago, because it must have been a net play.
I forgot what happened over there, that last point. Yeah. So we're learning from the sideline that the SAGU players called a touch on themselves. JJ called a touch on herself. Again, a classy character type move. Very expected by the Lions. They don't want to cheat, and so JJ Abbott said, you know what, I touched the ball, point out Wildcats. You gotta like that class.
Wow. I didn't see it.
Well, she felt it though, and that's,
Well,
that's,
you know what?
That's all that matters.
Then you give them credit for that. The Lions tomorrow playing Texas College at 11 in the morning. Jarvis Christian from East Texas. We're playing all the East Texas teams this weekend. That game will be at 4 o'clock. They will be honoring Caitlin Hudson right at 4 o'clock. Tune in tomorrow early, the pregame show 10 minutes approximately before the first serve.
Mathis from Missouri City puts the ball in play.
Another
ball's
good block
still alive.
by Wiley.
It's gonna be near the net. Abbott tries to dig it down, recovered by the Wildcats. Here's a set over to Sodic. Live ball still, will retry it again, back in the corner. Oh, and it just sails wide. Cavalier going for the long distance dink dump, and it just sailed about 4 or 5 inches out past the corner. Like the idea though, like the idea.
Right. The plays that were working earlier were just missing them. I don't know, maybe we need to go back in the locker room and get what we left in there after that second game.
Good try it. Another back deep dump, handled by the Wildcats.
There you
ball's
go.
Going to go right down on the Jarvis side, on the Wiley side.
Caitlin Pascal with a big hit.
The freshman. Sodic, who had a good run of about 8 or 9 points in set number 1, to put the ball in play for SAGU. Back to Santos, looking for the weak spot in the defense.
That was a deflected block, I think off of Abbott. Sodic did not have a chance to make the play. They're up by 9. And the way that first loss got away from us, this was the point in the game where we needed the run.
Yep, didn't get it. Short. Serve by, here comes Hudson, and she screams as she kills with that one, puts it away. You can hear her grunt with authority. She was angry at the ball.
You know what?
Vented and resulted in a kill for the Lions.
A little Steffi Graf action here.
It works. Here comes Abbott. JJ to Santos. They're looking for Santos all day. And look at that little return. What do you even call that? Just a block rejection from Cox on an overpass.
I think Wiley could have been a little more aggressive on it, but Cox read that play and got a great jump, anticipated it.
Waited for the ball to come over the net.
Played that well. Nice play by
Cox with a short set. Cox again. No, it's gonna be Hudson. We'll reset again. Oh, and Cox was going for the.
She was going for the soft little chip and went out of bounds, an unforced error.
Yep.
But you like the idea. She had an open spot
saw
on the court.
She saw it there. Erica Brown checks in for the Wildcats as they have a commanding 8-point advantage. Looking to tie this up 2 sets apiece. That almost chewed up Sodic. Hudson punches it over. Now a little miscue on the front line for the Wildcats allows the Lions to recover. Great defense by Smith.
Shots.
Let's try it again. There's the Wildcats now over to Mascara. Oh, and it hits inbounds towards the back line. Sodic gave chase.
That was a great tweener by Mosquera, and they're up 16-7 And do you feel like momentum has switched jerseys?
Well, it has. It has, absolutely. And it looks like we're going to go 5 today. And it's one of these things, Mark, where if it's going to go 5, you'd rather be the team that won set 3 and 4. You don't want to be the team that won set 1 and 2 if you're going into a 5th set. But that's what the Lions are facing now as they are down 10. Cox, oh, one of the best of the night.
You know what?
Crushes it home.
She has been silenced no more. I think you'd put an exclamation point on that one. Here's the replay. Wow.
That could be a push or a lift, not called. Oh, a nice little dump from Calverley. We'll have to reset this. Free pass from Briggs. All right, good defense. Calverley over to Cox. A dump. Rejected. Waiting for the dump was Susan Cicici, a 5'11" freshman from Kenya. Saw it coming, waited, stepped back, and returned Cox's short dump attempt. Well, Cox has done that enough, so now they're looking for that. They're ready for it.
Well, they've taken some of the starch out of some of the big hits. We need one. That set was way off the mark. And there goes 13, Santos. And this one seems to be slipping away, but the Lions are not without their fight. They're the home team tonight. You know, the great thing about a 5th game is it's only played to 15.
This
so
is
you
true.
don't
This is true.
you get a good start. And there you go.
That's what you want to see. Great eyesight from Cox to find the open spot. The front left corner adjusted her body movement and just slid that ball to the left. Point out.
Little misdirection by the former Lufkin High School star.
And now it's 9-19. Here comes Mosquera. Look at the libero. Dig that one out. Now Sonic. Oh, and rejected.
Again, Mathis and Mosquera coming up big when the lights are on.
Wiley College showing why they have a 20-win season they're working on. 8-1 in district play, and whatever nerves they had in the first 2 sets, long gone. Here comes Santos. Back set slide. That just looked too easy.
You know what? I don't think Cassie has trimmed her fingernails because she was able to get a piece on that.
That almost went straight down.
Yeah, I thought they were going to block that, and she extended. Great play.
All right, 20-10 here. Let's see if the Lions get on a run. And that'll help. 2 in a row. 20-11.
Hits that one off the double team. Mathis and Evolve.
Smith will put the ball in play from the left side. One of the best servers on the team. Mosquera.
Great block by Abbott.
Santos. Yeah, absolutely.
And Taylor.
Sodich. 3 in a row now. Don't go anywhere.
I like that. She just said, you know what? You may be up there 2 eyes staring me dead in the face, but I'm going to come at you with power.
Smith again looking for Santos. Oh, that's just a powerful point right there. Mosquera with a monster hit.
Yeah, and then she just had that stare down afterwards. She's in her element in this third and fourth match.
Looking to intimidate her opponents after the point was scored. Now she'll put the ball in play. Oh, a great little net service play, but it goes out of the fingertips of Calverley. Just reached past her outstretched hand. 22-12.
Almost get the idea that they've got the game report because they're doing a very great job at the net, resisting some of the kill attempts by the Lady Lions.
That's exactly what's happening. The Lions need to find a way to avoid this, or just play better ball at the net. Like that. Santos. Kirk. Sodic. Free
There
ball.
you go.
Free ball overpass. Sodic again. Finds a spot just a bit outside.
That one a couple of feet right in front of us.
Saw it. Went for it. Too much air. Point out Wildcats. Hudson checks back in, hoping to stave off 2 more points. Mosquero from the left side now looks where she'll send it. She finds Briggs in the corner. Calverley, a bump. Too easy, too easy.
That whole volley there was set up by the bad pass after the serve, and team wasn't able to get a good set because of it. They set up, they were ready.
It's funny how points are set up 4 hits before it was set up is exactly what happened. Wildcats had total control of that point, and they're about to take control of this 4th set. But Sodic says, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Jessica has that look on her face like, you know what, I'm going to keep going at it. I'm going to keep pumping. The well is not dry. There was a replay of it again.
Good play by Sodic. Here it comes.
And she keeps bringing it.
Free ball. Can the Lions take advantage? Block. Free ball again.
The 2 freshmen.
Calverley's going to set it to Abbott, or is it going to be Sodic? It's the Sodic. It's out of bounds. They're going straight to Santos, unable to handle that. 24-14. You still need a huge run, but it starts right here. You need 10 straight. Can they do it? Oh, is that going to be out of bounds? What's the ruling? It's really close. It is out of bounds. But
I think somebody must have blown that one wide. It looked like it had a point written all over it.
Error-free volleyball is what you need right here, right now. No errors, no errors. And that's just good offense by number 6, who sends it home and sends us to set number 5. That's Yuli Chalar from Columbia. As for the second time in a row, we're going to go 5 sets.
And what they're doing is they're talking about who gets to have the first serve. You've got the captains. Hudson is one of 3 tri-captains on the Lions. Santos and Mosqueros for Wiley.
Okay, it looks like Caitlin won the coin toss but elected to receive, if I was overhearing this correctly. I may be wrong, but it looks like she won it and then said, no, we'd like to receive.
Well, that call probably comes from the sideline. I'll tell you what, for being outnumbered 2-1 with the captains there, she was all smiles. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be an intimidating move there, Rob.
It could be.
But she kept going.
And there's a young fan, potentially a young Southwestern in waiting, cheering on the Lady Lions tonight. Glad to see young and old in the stands tonight here at the Schaefer.
Well, in that 4th game, Wiley hit 471, sizzling. 17 kills, 1 error. The Lions only 068. 8 errors against 11 kills. Sodic with 5 kills and 5 errors. Hudson only had 1 kill, but she didn't have any errors. And Cox 4 kills and 2 errors. Calverley with 9 assists, but on the other side, Mosquero with 7 kills. She is on fire right now. And Santos with another 5. Those 2, 1 error between the 2 of them.
Almost 330 points of hitting percentage increase from set 2 to set 4 for Wiley. Again, you mentioned it, 471 set 4 when back in set 2, Wiley was only able to muster 143. So they have completely turned this match around offensively.
Something else they did in that game, Evald with 9 assists and Izquierdo with 8. To see that kind of disparity in assists is incredible, and they continued their strength
Yeah.
blocking at the net. The Lions still only 4 assisted blocks. That all came in one game. Wiley with 1 solo block and 18 assisted blocks. That's the difference in the match so far.
That is absolutely the difference in the game. You said it right there. Set 1, the stats didn't quite tell the story, but sets 2, 3, and 4, you can look at the numbers, and that tells the tale of the tape. As we are going to go the distance. We're going to go 5 here tonight at the gymnasium at Schaefer Full Life Center. And in anticipation of tomorrow's doubleheader, you hope the Lions don't get too winded or too tired, but they did not expect to go 5. I'll tell you what, after those first 2 sets were easily won by the Lions. I thought this would be over in 3 or 4, but not to be the case. Wiley flexing their muscle. We're going to go 5.
In kills after 4 matches, Sodich has 20, Hudson 16, Cox with 14, Taylor Calverley with 47 assists going into the 5th game. This one is only played to 15, which means the team that comes out and grabs the early lead oftentimes can win this. We'll see how this one goes. The last 2 games have not been that close. The first 2 games, the Lions jumped out and won those in convincing fashion.
Here we go. The short match to 15 is underway.
Not a very good set by Taylor.
Double block
Barely
coming,
cleared
double
the
block.
net. 13,
We have a whistle.
Santos.
Is the whistle, it's going to be a net call. Point out Lions. The Wiley Wildcats were celebrating, but the Lions heard a whistle, saw the refs talk it over, and guess what? Point out Lions 1-0 back on top in this match.
Briggs, a nice serve.
Oh, a great save by Smith. I think that was Smith.
Great effort there by Sodich. I thought she got the pancake dig up, but maybe part of the ball hit the floor.
Erica Brown checking in. Not seen her very much in the match tonight from Pearland, Texas, a 5'5" sophomore. Will put the ball in play from behind the service line. Back set slide. Oh, finds the back right corner.
The Hudson Hammer unleashed again. The ball played the part of the nail. After 4 games, Smith has a career-high 27 digs.
Trouble,
Sodich
here's trouble.
23.
Wildcats save it. Now the Lions will reset. A deep dump from Cox. Here comes Mosquero. That's a live ball, and it's still in play.
Great recovery by
Yes,
Cox
it
and
is.
Calverley. But 13, Santos puts it away. Great defense. The Lions are putting the last 2 matches, the last 2 games behind them.
They are indeed. 2-2. 2 sets apiece, 2-2 the score. Here comes Cox. Calverley chases it down. Now Briggs saves it. Free pass. Free ball for the Wildcats. Block.
Oh, good block.
It'll be in
Calverley
bounds.
and Cox.
Oh, that's a great play. I think that was Jessica Izquierdo, the freshman from Cali, Colombia, found the back right corner,
Right,
the
I
setter.
think it was. She had laser eyes to be able to pinpoint that shot.
Castaneda with the serve. Back set, the slide to Cox. It's going to find the floor. Blocking air up front from Mathis and Mosquera.
The last 2 games have slid away, but not too far for the slide kill.
Here comes Smith. Serve mishandled, but then saved by the defense of the Wiley College Wildcats. Abbott gives it a tip. Pancake. Still live ball. Here's Kirk.
Big point.
Now Sodich! Big point here. Big point! And
There
it
it
falls
is.
on the side of the Wildcats. Point out Lions! That's a big momentum point
Abbott
right there.
and Sodich at the net. Lions go up 4-3, Rob. This is a big
Energy
point.
back in this gymnasium. Oh, Oh, and there
Smith with the service error.
mistake gives one right back. 4-4. I was saying the energy was just alive on the sidelines and in the crowd, but that just takes a bit of the wind out of the sails with that missed serve.
Of the top 5 servers, she has the best percentage in comparing aces and errors. She missed that one.
Sonic slams it home with a cross-court kill.
Sodic with the attitude on that one. It was
Love
like,
the
take that.
attitude. Love
Here
it.
it is, the replay.
Check this out. Kabam! And Briggs exhorting her teammates on. And
This could be huge.
Hank Moore calling for a double hit. Didn't get it. Play on. Good defense in the net.
Yes.
Oh, Calverley with a huge save. And a block. Save. No problem for the Lions. Sonic! Oh, it sails wide.
Great rally to keep alive. Abbott in there, and then Calverley comes in to put the thing over the net.
Bounce it off the net, somehow deflects it over, but the Wildcats come away with that point. Hank Moore really on the referees right now. Not happy about that last call. Thought there was a double hit.
There was a missed double contact. Oh.
How about that one? How about that?
You know what? The set wasn't good.
That'll make him forget.
was off balance, but she still was able to muscle that one through. Jessica, do you have an ace left in you?
They're looking for Santos, and they find her. Block to be handled. Oh, nobody there, right in the middle of the front of the net court. Nobody there to handle it. All the blockers were pulled to the right side.
We're tied at 6 apiece.
Mathis, a good serve. That's a good serve.
That was. He almost had a little bit of fan interference over there, but
yeah, Hudson
they're
a little
calling out Steve
upset.
Bartman over there.
A little upset that Bartman caught that ball.
Yeah, you want to let the ball go.
Hudson was there.
Yeah, you hope that doesn't cost you.
Okay, we'll reset it. We'll reset. Free ball for the Wildcats. And they find the front right spot wide open. A dump.
Well, they're at the midway point in this particular game. Cassie Cox
exhorting her teammates.
I was going to say, as vocal as I've seen her, they want this game and they want this match. And the cheerleaders have got a say in this too.
Well, you don't want to go to tomorrow's doubleheader against two teams that you should beat, coming off a tough 5-set loss after you had won the first 2 sets against a team that was clearly off their mark. And then basically, you know, to borrow a phrase from Dennis Green, they let them off the hook. They let them off the hook.
Well, they are who we thought they are or were. I think he fumbled
I think he said that one too.
After the Bears beat the Cardinals 5 or 10 years ago. Dennis Green, you always knew where he stood. To save the fan over there, I'm not sure she could have saved it, but she may have. Just a reminder to like us on Facebook. Go on, join us, check us out at SAGU Sports Live, and you'll find the top 5 plays in all of SAGU sports in the month of October. There are highlights just a few weeks ago, the top 5 kills from a weekend. Go in there, check them out. You'll love the narration and the music. Great highlights.
A variety of sports covered in those top 5 as well, Mark. All types of sports, volleyball, soccer, football. Oh, that was going to go out of bounds. Lions got lucky on that one. And more good defense from the back line of the Wildcats. And they're calling for a hit the antenna, which means that's going to be point out for the Lions, and in comes Cox. looking to bring this one home.
And we have got the big three out there along with Pascal and Calverley. Coach Moore has got the lineup set and they're ready.
Sodich was on the floor already, couldn't pull herself back up to reach it. She was in the vicinity, but her body language was unable to grab that one, so she laughs that one off.
If she could have crawled with her back, she might have been. Might have been the hero of all time. But the body just won't get up and move without the feet.
Indeed. Easy serve. Here comes Cox. Boy, way off on that attempt. She's not happy with herself on that kill shot.
It looked like she was caught a little indecision. Do I go soft? Do I go hard?
Yes.
And it was an unforced error.
Crowd on their feet here at the Schaefer Gymnasium, exhorting their team to fight back as they find themselves in a 10-7 deficit. Cox, a fight up front. Wildcats. Oh, and Calverley was going to go grab it. Pascal got there a bit earlier, didn't communicate correctly, and those are hard to do, but I think Calverley could have got to that ball.
Right, I think Calverley was in really good position.
He's in better position than Pascal was.
Right, and Pascal was off balance and dove out with one hand. You're watching Coach Hank Moore from the eastern border of Ohio, an outspoken Buckeye fan who's been here, I think this is his 12th year, went to Evangel University in Springfield, Missouri, and he's done a great job of taking the volleyball program to heights that it's never known for, or hasn't known in some time. They've won the NBCAA National Championship several times. Now we're in the National Christian College Athletic Association. They've been to nationals there several times in recent years and would like to go again.
And his assistant, Jordan Briggs, also does a great job to give him the help he needs on the bench. Her sister, Brittany, plays for the Lions. Calverley's going to look for Hudson. I believe
that was wide.
It looked like it was tipped, but it was not tipped. It looked from my angle, it could have been a tip ball, but point out Wildcats.
Yeah, that set looked like it went between two players. I wasn't sure who was supposed to get it.
Now remember, we only go to 15, so we're 3 away from a victory for the Wildcats, which would be an improbable come behind victory. But here's Hudson, who delivers. A kill shot, cross corner, blocked out of bounds, 8-12.
Brittany Briggs, somebody you want to have serving in this situation.
Wildcats, 3 points from victory. And that's going to sail way deep. A good 6-7 feet past the corner. It's 12-9.
This would be a great time to put that ball in one of the corners. Looking at number 13, I think, yes.
They're going to look for a centers all day long. Right at the feet of Smith. He hit the floor before her feet. You can't use your feet in volleyball, but hit the floor before hit Smith's feet.
Was that Mosquera?
I think it was Mosquera.
Back to serve Erica Brown. They're 2 points away. It's 13-9. Defense is called upon here.
And now how about some offense? Hudson, unable to put that one away. Backs it to Cox. Dumps it over, in trouble. That's a good heads-up play by Cox.
A well-placed ball. I didn't like to see her go with the soft one there.
But she found an open hole.
She placed it right in the right spot, and they misplayed it.
Okay, so it's 13-10. 2 points from victory for the Wildcats, and the Lions knocking on the door, though. They'll get a shot here. Hudson. Or check that, Sodich back, now a backslide to Hudson. The Cox, and no good, and now we're 1 point away from a come from behind victory that no one saw coming. Wiley College down 2-0, storm back to tie it up. Now they find themselves 1 point from victory.
Lions, I believe, are ahead 6-5, and Wiley is now on the verge of winning.
Cox. All right, stay alive.
That's what we were looking for on the previous play. She delivered that time.
Just stay in there, just hang in there.
She was given a reprieve. Now serving Emily Smith, the freshman.
Oh, yes!
Yes!
And you watch this point do something here. You watch this, the crowd is on their feet. Now the Lions just 2 from tying it up. That is a huge point, a huge error from Wiley.
What a time for an ace, Rob.
Smith again, make sure it's not to Santos. Mosquero, oh, that could have been out. Abbott elected to play it, Kirk left to play it. Oh, and it falls inside the Wildcats. Side out. Point.
And now they're on their heels. The girl goes up for the block. I think she mistimed it. And Sodich hits it right into her, right down. 14-13. The Lions come back with 3 in a row behind Emily Smith.
Well, it's going to be tough to even pick a player of the game if the Lions hold on to win this one. You got to look at Hudson, of course, but there's Sodich has something to say.
Match. If they come back under Smith serving here, she could even jump in because she's got a career high in digs, probably over 30 now. But Hudson, Sodich, and Smith coming through late.
All right, sports fans, we're asking for everybody to get on their feet to cheer on your team for the end of this game.
Back to serve the former Hawk from Red Oak.
Big point here. Oh, is it out of bounds? It is! And the match goes to Wiley College.
And you know what? You couldn't have a more fitting person to end the match. Number 10, Mosquera, Ingrid, wins it 15-13. You can see.
Look at the pain on Smith's face.
Emily.
She wanted that really bad.
Emily, you can see that on her face. Boy, she gave it all she had. 15-13. Boy, you don't get much better volleyball than that.
As both teams now come around the court for prayer. We'll go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after this message. Welcome back to the Schaefer Gymnasium. Phew, that was a tough one. 5 sets it goes. The Lions come up just short after winning the first 2 sets. A commanding lead. Wiley on their heels. They retreated. New game plan came out and showed why they're the number 2 team in the conference.
They came against the Lions' power with so many blocks. Then coming down, the Lions got up off the canvas. They took Wiley's best shot, took him right down to the last part of the game. Emily Smith laid it all out there. You have to take your hats off to both teams. If this is any indication of what the tournament's going to be like, Southwestern gave you a pretty good idea. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
You know, you've got your UT Brownsville, which has distanced themselves from the conference, but
loved her passion. Jessica Sodich, a great match. 23 kills, 23 digs.
29 digs for Emily Smith. Outstanding play. Lions come up just a bit short here, but they'll be back in action tomorrow right here at the same Schaefer Gymnasium. A doubleheader, 11 o'clock against Texas College and then 4 o'clock against Jarvis Christian. 2 matches that they should win, Mark.
Tune in to the Southwestern website, www.sagu.edu. Go to Athletics. We'll have a full report on tonight's match, as well as the Lady Lions basketball team playing in Oklahoma. A preview of the Lions football game. They're in Langston, Oklahoma tomorrow, as well as our doubleheader here.
On behalf of our executive producer, John Cookman, our director, BJ Roble, his entire awesome, amazing student crew, this is Rob Price. He's Mark Ward. Thanks for watching SAGU Sports Live here at SAGU.tv. We'll see you tomorrow here at 11 o'clock. Take care. God bless.